Jesse James often gets remembered as a sort of Robin Hood character, robbing from the rich and giving to the poor, always the hero of the story. In reality, Jesse James wasn't really a great person. He was a Confederate bushwhacker, a criminal, and an outlaw. Like many others from this era, their legend tends to get hyped up and usually misconstrued. However, there is one folklore story about Jesse James that might actually be true. It's the story of Jesse James and the widow. One day, as Jesse James and his gang were riding through Missouri, they saw a farmhouse and decided to stop to ask for something to eat. A widow lived there with her 3 small children. She didn't have very much, but she shared with them what she had. It was while they were eating lunch that Jesse James noticed that something was bothering this generous widow. He questioned her about it, and she broke down and told him her story. The mortgage was due on the house that very same day, and since her husband had passed away, she did not have the money to pay for it. Her landlord was not a generous man and was sure to put her children and herself out on the street. "How much money do you need to pay the mortgage?" Jesse asked the widow. $1,500, the widow sobbed. Jesse James took out his money bag, counted out $1,500, and presented it to the widow. "I can't take this," she protested, but Jesse James insisted she use the money to pay off the mortgage. "Just make sure you get a receipt," he warned her, and she promised him that she would. Then he asked for a description of the man, and he left with his gang. Jesse James and his gang would wait in the woods near the house until the man had collected his money from the widow. Once he had, they rode out on the road and stole their money back from the landlord. Whether it's ultimately true or not, it's a cool folklore story and would definitely give a little credence to the Robin Hood persona of Jesse James. I hope you all enjoyed today's short story. Thank you for watching, and until next time.